Yeah, because the podcast, I was talking to someone, they asked what makes your pod, why do you listen to Maron? I said, it's something with you, Howard Stern, when you guys get big guests in, it's just like, you can tell, like, you've had some huge guests on, where you're not like, it's not like a fanboy thing, and it's just like a regular convo, you know?
Yeah,
and you hit on stuff that I would ask him, that I want to know about. It's not, it's not like a Jimmy Kimmel thing.
It's an art.
Yeah, it's a real art when you do an interview.
Really good at it.
Well, fundamentally, like, I realized...
I like the, sorry to interrupt you, I like the Leonardo DiCaprio and Brad Pitt, even though it wasn't in your studio.
Right.
He did it like at a press junket.
It was it was at, they had done an event at the ArcLight. It was like in a back room.
Yeah, but this is why it worked, is Brad Pitt's a fan of Maron.
Yeah.
So you could tell it made DiCaprio kind of be like, oh, cool, you know who he is? Oh, cool.
Right.
So there was this cool
That's
rapport.
the only way it would have worked.
Does Brad listen to your podcast, or?
He's like, he loves my show, Maron. And he'd watched it like 2 or 3 times, all of it, over and over again when he was trying to get sober and shit. Like, he liked seeing how, he liked the way I was so aggravated about everything. So he's a fan of my short fuse and everything, which was fortunate because my machine kept fucking up during the interview. And I'm dealing with Leonardo and Brad. And I knew the only way it would work, I knew I couldn't do what I do usually.
No way.
But if something happened between us, it would be great. And now all of a sudden I'm getting a buzz. So I'm starting to freak out about the machine.
You can tell you're a little like...
Yeah, I'm like, I'm sorry, and I'm trying to fix it, whatever. And then towards the end, like, I just lose it. I'm like, God damn it. And Pitt's just like, there it is. Pitt was like so thrilled to see me lose my shit for real.
But yeah, you get Brad sets the tone because he's like, I love Maron, man. I watch all of them.
I milked it a little bit.
Then DiCaprio's like, then he's like, oh, cool, man.
Yeah.
And there's like a regular combo.
But over time, like, I think that what happened at the beginning was, I really think that the first like 100 episodes or so are just me having famous people over to talk about my problems. And I think that...
Did Obama come to your garage?
Yeah, he did. Yeah,
he came to the garage.
Yeah, he did.
Did they have security come?
No, he just came over in a rental.
No, did the security people?
They came over,
Secret Service come and checking everything out first, obviously.
Yeah, man, a couple weeks ahead of time.
Really?
Yeah, and I was in Hawaii. I was on vacation, which I wasn't going to change, even for the fucking president.
Wow.
It was so funny. The episode to really listen to is the one after that, called "The President Was Here," which is me and my producer Brendan talking about what we went through to have the president and how crazy I was, because I had this vacation booked, and the president thing happened out of nowhere. Like, we'd heard a year or two before that he was interested, someone on his staff liked it. I'm like, yeah, right. So then all of a sudden it gets booked, and it's like a big deal, but it's like right over like my vacation.
Wow.
And I was sort of like, I'm not gonna cancel my vacation.
No.
But Brendan was like, oh, yeah, you are.
Yeah, you are.
I mean, biggest guest of all time.
Right, but I'm like, am I going to lose my points? I was really hung up on losing the points because I paid for the vacation.
Oh, God, that's when you need a friend who to actually take a flat hand and slap your face.
Well, that's
brush you.
That's
Bob,
what he did, yeah.
You know what bothered me about this great podcast? What bothered me is you had to submit questions to them to okay, right?
No.
Like, I thought you said there were certain things you couldn't bring up.
No.
Am I off on that?
Yeah. We didn't have to submit. That was the weird, amazing thing about him. There was no submission of questions. And and they didn't even want final edit. They sort of trusted him and they trusted me. What I had to do was like, how do I do the kind of interview that I do?
Yeah.
So it was up to me to stay away from politics as much as I could, because that was not what I do.
You don't want the politician.
Yeah, because then you're going to just get this guy who's going to do that thing, and you're going to get in the weeds, and it's going to get boring. So like, I had to create questions that would engage him personally about him. But there was shit that had to be covered. I mean, that crazy motherfucker just shot 5 or 6 black people in that church. Days before. There was some stuff coming up in the Supreme Court that needed attention. So because my producer's a fucking genius and politically adept, much more than me, we were able to structure the beginning of the show around the current things that were going to be unfolding, and then get into the bulk of the interview. But also, I just had an hour, so it was really, how do I do what I do? Not like I didn't have to give them anything.
Oh wow. Some reason
And 2 weeks before, they send Secret Service guys over to figure out how they're going to secure the perimeter.
Weren't the guys on the roof and shit of the neighbors?
Well, that was the funny thing, is like, because Brendan, my producer, flew out to deal with it because I was in Hawaii. And, they're trying to figure out where to put the snipers, right? So Brendan's in the garage, and they got some guys up top jumping. And they're like up here, and they're jumping on it. And Brendan said the ceiling was coming in, and he's like, not good, not good.
Yeah, please.
Okay, not up there.
Unbelievable.
So eventually we had to ask my neighbor if we could put snipers on his roof.
Wow.
And he was thrilled. He's retired. It was exciting. He's, of course, yeah. So that day, there's like a dozen Secret Service. There's about a dozen LAPD. And then like after everyone's there, the 2 snipers show up. They're in uniform.
Yeah.
And they're just like, they just got their guns with them.
Stone cold killers.
Yeah. And they just walk up. One of them's like, can I use the bathroom? I'm like, yeah. It was like intense, man.
Fuck, man.
And then they just go, but they tended
Cost the taxpayer about $2 million just to your podcast.
Yeah. But to my credit or to their credit, he was staying in Beverly Hills.
Oh, it's easy.
He could have stopped traffic all the way through if they drove the motorcade, but he flew the fucking helicopter.
We did.
To the Rose Bowl, which is
wow.
5 minutes from my house. So like I'm on my deck, and the Secret Service guy says, we'll give you a heads up when he's 20 minutes out. And then you see the Ospreys in Air Force 2 or whatever it is
Jesus.
in the sky. I'm
Coming
like,
to
looks
see
like
you.
he's close. He's right
Coming
there.
to see
Were you
you.
nervous, Mark?
Yeah, sure. I was nervous because...
Fuck it up?
Damn.
No, like I was sitting around my house going like, well, what the fuck do I do? What do I wear? The president's coming. I'm like, fuck it. Where would I wear?
And you've never
flannel
thought about
shirt.
that before?
No.
Like when you've had
So
your
I just
boys
did
on?
what I do. I wore my
Yeah.
flannel shirt. I sat around with just me and Brendan in the house. Secret Service out there. They're all set up. Everyone's all set up. And I'm just playing my guitar.
I would have been mad if you were in a tuxedo.
Yeah, right. Well,
if it
that
was
would've
like,
been
if you like
weird.
changed your...
Yeah,
I'm like,
put my sports
fuck,
jacket
Mark.
on. I'm
And
like,
he showed up, and what was that? He came out. And,
well, the driveway was tented, and they'd cleared the road, so the motorcade come, and all these cars are going by, and then he stopped, and there's like a dozen people coming up the driveway. I was told to stand in front of the garage and greet him. And there's all these people, like, his staff. We had to set up 5 listening stations. They were going to record it out on the deck. They had the White House photographer. And literally, all these people are coming through the gate, and I don't see him. And all of a sudden, one hand goes up. He goes, Mark. And there's like, hey, Mr. President, right?
Damn.
And right away, he walks up. He's like, we're going to have a good time. I'm like, I don't know, man. I don't know.
So it's hit or miss.
It's going to
hit or miss, bro.
Like, I don't know what's going to... But so he was very
I'm already
disarming.
nervous. That's already too much just in my mind. Like
He's very
It was a
disarming,
great
though, and very
interview.
nice guy, earnest guy.
It was a great show.
It was good. It was good.
good.
And we leave it up there. It's evergreen.
You know what my favorite one is? I'm a fanboy for a second out here. Get a coffee, Brent. But the one where you have on the Argus, Hamilton,
Oh, yeah.
when he goes deep in the comic. I love the comic
And
story.
you know, I had
history.
to wait to do that, dude. I had to wait years to do
There's
that.
an issue, right?
Yeah, he wouldn't do it with Mitzi alive.
oh, really? Why?
Out of respect.
Oh, I appreciate that.
Yeah, it was
I
fascinating.
appreciate Argus is a class act. Always in a,
He's definitely something.
yeah, always in a
He's
suit.
a
and
class
tie.
act for
It,
sure.
it was good, but you guys going through the old comedy store days, I loved it.
Yeah,
man.
well,
And did you have Mitzi's license?
I do. I have a driver's license. Yeah.
How crazy is
I
that?
found it on the floor.
Yeah, but you showed Argus. He's like, where
Yeah.
the hell did you get that?
I showed Letterman too, and he's
Yeah.
like, I think a crime's been committed.
Yeah.
But
a
look
character.
at that. It's a lot.
What a character. It's a lot.
Jesus Christ.
I don't
What
know,
was that?
it's like when you see him at the store, you're like, his face is kind of blurry, but it's like that in the daytime too.
Yeah.
It's like that's a regular picture.
He said,
Look at Bobby Lee when he was all full of hope and excitement. Look
amazing, right?
at that. Look at Bobby
young
Lee.
man.
Look at young Bobby Lee before it all went terrible.
That is amazing. God, he destroyed it.
Huh?
I just saw him on stage at the Laugh Factory. He absolutely murdered
Bobby?
Oh my!
He's good. He's back on top of it.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah.
But I've been very diligent about chronicling the history of the store with people I can do it with.
Yeah, it's great.
I've had Tom Dreesen was another one. Letterman.
I love Tom too.
That's
Tom
great.
was great.
Open for Sinatra.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he did. And he talks about it. And
Yep.
he does a one-man show about it.
Does he?
And he based his life on it.
He was also Frank's pallbearer.
Yeah, of course.
One
he
of
was.
his pallbearers.
He prides himself on being the guy that Frank never yelled at.
You had Leno on too.
Yeah, that was
You've had
a
all
little-
the guys.
A little difficult. Jimmy Walker was great. Had LeBeau on and Schubert, but that's a different generation. From the old timers, I had Richard Lewis, Billy Braver.
Yep.
Yeah.
We did Brian and I did a show together in Vegas, and we were gonna book our own openers. They go, nope. The Orleans books its own openers. We have a guy who's been doing it for 40 years.
Yeah.
Just let him do it. And we walk in, it's Jimmy Walker. I don't know who he is, right? I have no idea who he is. And
Great delivery.
so he's not really speaking with us at all. And then
He just wanted to blow
his
you
like
off stage.
handler comes up and goes, Jimmy, like to meet you guys. So me and Brian are like, okay, we're the headliners. Sold out shows. So we're like, okay, cool. Walk up. I love doing it. He won't look us in the eye. He goes, I've been doing comedy over 50 years. I never heard of you two.
Yeah,
You remember that?
Yeah, he goes, I never heard of you guys, and they told me your names, and I went,
Throwing the big mind
he,
fuck
was
at
like,
you.
he did this longest thing I've ever heard. He goes, and I was like, yikes.
And then he got his cell phone
What
and
does that
pretended
mean?
to call like Jay Leno and Letterman.
Yeah, he was actually very funny.
It was
He
funny
very-
after that, but before that, I don't know him. I was like, what the? I was like, what the fuck's wrong with this dude?
Yeah.
He was huge.
Huge.
Huge. He was the biggest star in the world.
That's what people tell me. I had no idea.
Dynamite.
It was, Dynamite.
And a good actor, man, and good in that show. And
It's a crazy story. That's a crazy podcast to talk to him.
Yeah.
He used to, like, up until like probably a few years ago, he used to have a thing hanging at the store asking for jokes. He'd pay for jokes. He'll still, to write jokes.
Well,
for
during
him.
our show, this is 2019. This is last year. He goes, hey, if you want a signed 8x10, get him in the back. If you want my CD, get in the back. I'm like, Jesus.
Well, what did he
Christ.
say to you when you went to go?
Did he sell any?
Brennan went to
Or was
go
he
shake
talking
his
to you?
hand, and
No,
he goes,
he was
"Don't-"
talking to the crowd when he was like, "That's my time. Enjoy your headliners. Listen, if you want a CD, if you want a signed 8x10," and our crowd's like, "What the fuck is it? 1987?"
Oh, really?
But he went to shake your hand.
Oh, then I went, dude, great set. Legend. He goes, "Don't touch me, brother. Don't touch me." I went, "Oh, okay, dude.
Yeah.
all right, man."
Well, he's crazy.
So I had to roast him a little bit, and I
Yeah.
felt bad because I found out after what a legend he was.
He's a little out of his mind. He's a little out of his
It was
mind.
weird. It was fun
Tell you
though.
this right now.
Yeah.
Watch your tone.
Okay. What's going to happen? What are you going to do? Use some of that boxing you've been doing?
Don't you fucking disrespect.